An artist whose work aims for the perfect balance is exhibiting in Hartlepool. Adrian Gray's show, Balance, can be seen at the art gallery on Church Street, but shoppers wandering through the Middleton Grange Centre got a sneak preview when Adrian took his art to the people. His painstaking sculptures defy gravity as he balances heavy stones with just a tiny area of one stone touching another. And the sculptures attracted interest and disbelief in equal measure among shoppers who paused to see the unusual show.
Don't drop it on these tiles, alright?
Yeah, is it? I think it's quite a unique idea. I don't think many other people have sort of grasped it a lot, so I think it's a unique thing to do. I think it's good.
At first I thought it was just stuck on with glue or something, but then he took it off, he let us feel the weight of it, and it was like very heavy. And then he obviously did it, and it was just, it kind of like defies gravity. It's weird, it's just unexplainable.
The Mail caught up with Adrian to find out how he got started in this most unusual field of art, and to find out more about his exhibition. So I'm joined now by the artist Adrian Gray, for whom life is something of a balancing act. Adrian, how did you get into all this?
Well, that is the question that everyone asks me, and unfortunately there was never a eureka moment. But what happened was I had this original idea. The initial idea I had was to create a little stone figure, a little anthropomorphic figure, and I was balancing the head on, and I was changing the position of the head to give the figure a new character. And as I was balancing it, I thought that looks so interesting. I've got to, try and work with that a bit more. So I started to experiment, and the whole thing developed from just making little stone figures.
How did you sort of progress from tiny stone figures right the way up to huge stones of this size?
I started with stones about this size, and I'd like to get bigger actually, but obviously I'm limited by what I can lift. But size does matter in this case, and the bigger it is, the more impact it has really for the audience.
Okay, and where do you source your stones? Where do you find them?
I make most of my sculptures on the beaches on the south coast, and usually what I do is I'll wander the beaches, I will find some interesting looking rocks, I'll erect them in situ there, photograph them, and then I generally take them down again. If I leave it up to the weather, the wind and the rain, there's always the chance that someone might wander along and give it a bit of a poke, wondering what it is, and health and safety and all that. So generally, I just let them, stay where they are and never see them again.
And I suppose, just finally, Adrian, I suppose the perennial question for the struggling artist is, can you make it pay? Are you making a living doing this?
Well, this is 10 years down the road, and for the last 2 years, I've been solely working on my art and making a living from it. So it is possible. I think there's quite a bit of luck involved, but for me, I think it was having such an original idea and something that people are genuinely fascinated by has really helped.
And I did say finally a moment ago, this really is it. How were you invited along here to the Middleton Grange Shopping Centre in Hartlepool?
Well, I've got an exhibition at the Hartlepool Art Gallery, which is just over the road from here, and we had the preview on Friday night, and I think the organisers decided a good way to let the public see what I'm doing would be to put it in the shopping centre.
And how long can people see your exhibition for, Adrian?
Oh, it's brilliant. I mean, you've got to go inside and have a look. The gallery is, I'm going to look back at this and think this was the best space I've ever worked in. I've got 5 sculptures in there. There's pictures all around the walls, and it's running right the way through till November the 10th from now.